Hey, what's up, guys? This is Sharday from Third Generation Conjure, and I am coming back with another video. So, before we go any further, if you guys can just like and subscribe to our channel. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram, which is Third Generation Conjure, and like us on Facebook, which is Third Generation Conjure as well. If you need any kind of spiritual services or supplies, you can find us on our website, which is www.thirdgenerationconjure.com, and also on our Etsy shop, which is www.thirdgenerationconjure.store. But if you don't know who we are a spiritual company. We specialize in spiritual supplies, mostly catered to the practice of hoodoo, and we do offer different products such as candles, oils, baths, also spiritual services on our site. So if you need any kind of products or anything, just make sure that you go to our website, okay? And also, like I said, follow our social media pages because we do post a lot of educational things on there as well as on this channel. All right, so guys, I know it's been a while since I made a video. I did post an interview that I had with a online book club, which is Novel Muse. But I haven't really sat down and just did a video recently. So this is going to be audio, so you guys don't even have to, view it, but you can listen to it. So I wanted to come on and I wanted to talk about the upcoming ritual that we have coming up, which is on April the 10th, and it is spiritual healing. Okay, so I had someone ask me to make a video about spiritual healing and what it encompasses. So here we are. But I do that anyway most of the time with rituals. So I just wanted to come on and I wanted to talk about spiritual healing, the benefits of it, what it is, and also I wanted to touch back on the process. I talk about it all the time, but I've had it coming up a lot. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about some generational type things as well. All right, so like I said, we're having spiritual healing, which is happening on April the 10th. Okay, and spiritual healing is used for those who are spiritually fatigued, even if that is physically. Also, you may be ill, okay? Because a lot of times, things that we have going on spiritually manifests itself in the physical. And like me, of course, I'm not going to tell you I'm not a doctor or anything like that, nor do I pretend that I am. So, this is not taken away from any kind of medical advice, you seeing your medical practitioner and all of that. But I have done spiritual healing for physical ailments, and it has worked just fine. Because, like I said, a lot of times the things that we go through spiritually, it manifests itself in the physical, so you may have physical ailments. Spiritual healing is also used, it's kind of like what a lot of people see as something like shadow work. So it is addressing past issues, past traumas in order to heal from it and move forward with your life. That's not some energy that you are holding on to that is affecting your life. Okay, it's letting go of that energy and healing from past events. So spiritual healing could be a lot emotional for a lot of people. You may have, after you do spiritual healing, you may have old issues that pop up on the scene that you have to deal with in order to heal from it. Okay, because a lot of times if we hold on to those past traumas and we don't heal from it, then it affects what goes on in our life. It affects us physically. It affects our health and so forth. It affects everything that's flowing in our life. So I want to talk about this as it relates to generational type things, as it relates also to the process. So I always talk about the process. I put a post up yesterday saying, sometimes, taking baby steps is better than trying to take major leaps. Okay, so you see a lot of people, we have a lot of people that come to us that are going through a spiritual process and they're looking for guidance, okay? And I think, like I said, a lot of people are attracted to us because we offer education and we offer guidance. Because, like I said, this practice may not be for everyone. So, normally if you are drawn to this practice, like I said before, you may have some kind of lineage in the practice. But, with any kind of spiritual process, any kind of spiritual awakenings, the first step that you have to do is you have to get your mind right. Okay, so I deal with a lot of people not on hoodoo related things in particular or root work, but more so of reprogramming their minds and getting their minds together. And you know, soon I'll probably have someone that's going to join our team that's just going to strictly be dealing with that aspect, as far as spiritually. Because, hoodoo is a spiritual practice, but there are other aspects of spirituality versus just, you know, doing root work or doing hoodoo and, working with herbs and roots. Because like I stated, it always starts within. So a lot of people I see, I have to go through a process of trying to get them to change their mindset. Okay, and that that can be a lot of work too when people are, reaching out for help and you're trying to get them to see a different type of view and try to get them to get their mind together. Because if you come in and you're like, hey, I got a lot of things going on in my life, I want to heal, I want to move forward, I want to progress in my career, I want to find a loving partner, then it starts with you, because you can't come in and you have a lack mindset, because with that you will always draw lack. And like I said, it's all about baby steps, because I see a lot of people coming to the practice, they have never even burned a candle, but as soon as they come in, they want to jump into some kind of love work. They want to jump into some kind of dark work where they're doing some kind of separation or some type of banishing. They want to jump into money work when they need to be uncrossing because the energy that's around them is affecting their finances. Okay, so just make sure that you are following the process. That way you can get optimal results in your workings. Also, I'm sorry guys, I had a little lapse in the video. But like I said, make sure that it starts with you first. It starts within. So make sure that you are ready to change and make the necessary changes and put the action behind what you need in your life. All right. So I just want to just come out and say that. And also, y'all, stop mixing these products, okay? Because I've seen, and like I said, I don't have anything against any other spiritual practitioners, any of their products. I'm not saying that we're the only ones that work. But I see people have mixed results when they go to mixing other people's products together. Okay, so like I tell people, if you have somebody that you've been going to and it worked for you, why are you branching out to try somebody else? Okay, so stop mixing it, and then you don't even know what's working for you because you're mixing products. Okay, so stop doing that. That's all I say. So if you use us and you use our products and you use someone else's, don't use them together. Or even if you're just trying out different places just to seeing what energy works best for you. Okay, if you're gonna come to us, maybe use our products for a month, see how your life changes, see what kind of results you get. Then move on to whoever else and use their products for a month and see what kind of results you get. So that way you can say, okay, I used attraction oil by Third Generation Conjuring, I used this oil over here, but I don't know which one worked. But if you were just using Third Generation Conjure's oil, you will know which one worked for you. Or you were just using company ABC over here, then you will know that that's what's working for you. Okay? Also, when you're coming into this practice, you need to make sure that you are establishing a relationship with your ancestors, okay? Because this practice, the backbone of this practice is ancestor veneration. As your ancestors influence what goes on in your life. So people that I see that have major results, they have a relationship established with their ancestors and they have also followed the process. I've had a lot of people that came to me that, did spiritual workings beforehand, and they may have saw like results but nothing kind of life changing, and they told me like, when I came to you guys and I started doing what you said as far as following the steps, my life changed tremendously. When I established a relationship with my ancestors, it changed tremendously. Because a lot of people, especially even if they're hoodoo spiritualists or companies or anything like that, a lot of times they don't give information because they already assume that if you are using their products, then you know what you're doing. So they shouldn't have to take extra steps to say, hey, have you established a relationship with your ancestors? Have you cleansed? They're not going to give you that information because they assume that you already know what you're doing when you buy their product. So I know, like I said, we go the extra mile to try to put out education because a lot of people are new, and it is becoming, a time where people are more spiritually attuned and getting more into spirituality. So, just keep that in mind, okay? Most people think that you already know what you're doing when you're buying their products, okay? So when I talk about the process, I talk about we started. You look at our ritual lineup, for example. Okay, we started the ritual with the rituals. We started off with Road to Riches, which was a prosperity ritual. Okay, so people that benefited the most from that ritual are probably people who regularly stay spiritually cleansed, people who have established a relationship with the ancestors, so forth. They have already followed the process. Then we did attraction ritual, which attraction is just to bring things into your life, whether that is money, whether that is love, whatever the case may be. So after we did those two rituals, just because we were starting off the new year, we're trying to get people on the right path for the year coming up. Then we moved into the process, okay, with our rituals. This month we have spiritual healing. Next month we have protection. I'm giving you the process. We had uncrossing first. Then this month we have spiritual healing. So uncrossing is to get any kind of negative stagnated energy off of you. Then now we have spiritual healing. Next month we're going to move into some protection. We done got energy off of us. We healed from past trauma. So now we're going to put on some layers of protection. But you need to be doing protection work even before this ritual come up. So protection, this is just another layer of protection so nothing can penetrate us going forward. Then we have some road opener and we have some blockbuster. So road opener and blockbuster is to remove any additional blockages that we may have, open up some roads to opportunity, remove any blockages that may be presented as a result of those roads being open. Okay, so then we move into money. So the way that the process works, you go uncrossing, which is also your spiritual cleansing, removing that negative stagnated energy. You do spiritual healing if you have any kind of additional emotional traumas or anything like that that you need to heal from. Then you go protection. Protection is to protect you mentally, physically, spiritually, so nothing can penetrate. Then you move into road opener, you blockbuster. Blockbuster is to remove any kind of additional blockages, also open up some doors for new opportunities that are coming in. And sometimes you just have to stop there, because then a lot of times when you get to road opener and blockbuster, stuff just comes in. So you may not have to go into any other works. So it's uncrossing and cleansing. It is spiritual healing. It is protection. Then it's road opening and blockbuster. And then whatever other work that you're going to do, whether that is attraction for, a new romantic partner, whether that is money work, whether that is crown of success work, that is the way that the process works. So I just want to make sure people understand that. And also, when you're doing, like I've had people ask, people take uncrossing baths, okay, or they take the 13 herb bath, and some people go through different emotions. Like I've had people say that they felt like a surge of energy. I've had people say that, they went through the 13 days and like the last couple of days it was a bad, it was hard for them because they had something feeling like it was trying to stay, connected to them. So a lot of people, it just depends. You're gonna experience different things. So some people say, well, I took a uncrossing bath and I didn't feel any different. So you may have not had something real attached to you, but some people are just not spiritually sensitive. Okay, so you may not feel as much. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. Everyone is not going to have the same experience when they're using different products. So don't base your experience off of someone else's experience. Okay. So just like me, I do cleansing on a regular basis, and I am spiritually sensitive. So I would feel like rejuvenated and refreshed, or I might feel like relaxed, like I want to go to sleep when I take a 13 herbs bath. And that's because it might not be as strong for me as me feeling it physically as someone who's never done an uncrossing bath before, because I stay cleansed on a regular basis. Okay, I hope that is making sense. Okay, I also want to talk about some generational type things. Okay, So a lot of times when you are going through things, it may be a result of some kind of generational curse, some kind of generational energy going on. This is also where your ancestors come in and establishing a relationship with them to heal and uncross from any kind of generational curses or generational blockages. Okay, so I've told people, and some people are like, well, I want to know where it came from. It don't matter. If you get a reading or something, they say, hey, this looks like it's something generational. Worry about getting it off of you, and worrying about making it stop at your line. Okay, don't worry about like, oh, was it one of my granddads that doesn't matter. Okay, you need to worry about getting it away from your family. So if you notice that everybody in your family, they have health issues, they are experiencing financial things, like nobody can keep money. There may be some kind of generational type thing. You got some fertility issues in your family. There may be generational type blockages, generational type curses. And usually what you'll see, even if everybody in the family is not going through hell and it just seems like you are the only one that is taking the brunt of all of this, a lot of times they may be pushing you to be the one to break that curse and say, hey, no, this is going to stop with me. We're not going to continue to carry this on, and I'm not going to pass it down to my children and their children and so forth. So sometimes that pushes you to say, hey, what's going on? Let me figure out how we can change this and how we can change the look in this family. Okay, also, if you are spiritually weak and you are the weakest link in the family, then it is going to affect you the most. Okay, so just keep that in mind as well. If you're a weakling, you're not spiritually protected, you're spiritually weak, it's going to attach to you and it's going to affect your life. So you have to make the conscientious decision to move forward. And you can't get in that mindset where, okay, my family ain't never had nothing, so we ain't gonna never have nothing. You are in a lack mindset, and whatever you're thinking and whatever energy you're putting out is gonna continuously draw to you. So, like I said, changing your mind is another big thing that when you're getting into spiritual practices that you need to be cognizant of. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to come on and just go over some things that I've been seeing lately with different people, and just come on and tell you guys a little bit about what's going on with spiritual healing. So just make sure in preparation of this ritual, make sure that you take yourself a spiritual cleanse. Also give an offering to your ancestors, or just sit there and spend some time with your ancestors, talk to them, and usually when you follow this process again, you typically see better results with the ritual. But if you want to sign up for the ritual, you can find that on our website. It is www.thirdgenerationconjure.com. If you need any kind of spiritual products and you're more familiar with the Etsy platform, you can find us there, which is www.thirdgenerationconjure.store. Also, make sure to follow our Instagram, which is Third Generation Conjure, and like us on Facebook, which is Third Generation Conjure as well. And of course, like and subscribe to our channel. And I'm going to put all of those descriptions in the description bar below. I'll put all of those links down there. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.